Welcome to Leisure Activities China Factory. Here's the office area and the accountant purchasing on the other side. And this is Apple. Say hi.
Hi.
And this is the sales department. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the sales department, plus our US office team. And this is where the magic come from, the engineering team. Say hi.
Hi.
再给录像. We have 2 graphics, 1 website designer. How many engineer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 engineering. And then we are going to the warehouse. Hand painting department and also cutting the printing artworks. After printing, they are gonna put a laminating on top of the artwork to cover and protect the UV. This is where the welding department, hot air welding and part of the hand painting again, and part of couple tables for sewing, but mainly is the welding department. And she is hand painting a panel right now. And this is our hot air welding, which you see on our water pools where the welding seams. This is where the equipment does that. They are welding a sealed air product with the internal. This is where the water pool at, as you can see. First, they're sewing the internal on. Then the hot air welding the seam on top. So this hot air welded on, which the PVC melted perfectly onto the cover to protect the water leaking, so the water pool is sealed. Over here are some Amazon orders they're making, like those covers for some sort of outdoor couch or what is that called? Grill. Quite a big quantity. This is where the grommet machine that we put on the panels, that they use this for the grommets. Second floor, going in. Beautiful leisure logo. This way is where the sales office and designer room, accountant, conference room, and going this way is where the bossman at. Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Hall, the owner of the factory, and he's the magic, where the magic begins. This is the bossman's office. Our second floor of the warehouse is mainly where the sewing table at. As you can see, sewing station. And they're trying to roll up a Santa Sleigh combo. The factory totally have 200 to 250. I don't know exactly the number of workers full time, and then plus the office management, designer, and sales team. Awesome. Love this marble color. And So this is where your inflatables are made in Leisure China factory. Some of the workers are with us since like 2003 when we opened. Still recognize a lot of faces here. It's a great view for the second floor again, where the sewing stations. The thread we're using, we call it bonded thread, which is they have a layer of gluing, bonded 3 of the thread together. So it doesn't, like when the unit is bouncing, it's not going to like spread easily. So this one you have really twisting it to be able to open them. So all the little details, like the reinforcement we do inside of the unit where you can't really see from the outside. All the internal, and a lot of our units that heavily glued or reinforced inside of the unit where you make the seams even stronger, the thread biting better. And this is the anchor points. As you can see from the inside, they first sew this webbing onto this, and then you sew double thread, which is 4 times of thread onto the unit. Then on top of that, you're sewing another seam when you closed up. So this anchor stick is not gonna go anywhere. This is a part of the reinforce I'm talking about. Example, this is inside of the unit. Before they sew it up, this is where the post supposed to be. As you can see, they glue it first before they even sew the post on. So you make this thread biting into like two plus another one, so 3 layers of vinyl instead of 2, and also giving some extra reinforce. A lot of the inside seams we do like that to make the seams actually stronger. Cutting machine, this is for hand manually cutting, that they can put 5 or 6 layers per time, that hand cutting them. And that's where we mass produce like 5 to 10 units per time. This is actually this cutting that can save the labor hour, that we are able to give more discount. And this is mainly where the accessories, where like cover sheets, sticky suits, bungee rounds are made. She is making a dart cover. Really sold Velcro. Some more sewing department. This is, I believe, one of the gamer combo or gamer obstacle that we're making. And this area is gluing. Most of you guys knowing our units are like heavily glued on the wear and tearing spot. That's when they finish in production, they roll the unit in here, and then the gluing strips reinforced spot onto the unit. See, all this is where the water pool at, and those seams that they are welded first and then gluing on top. Actually, I'm sorry, they're sewing first and then glue it on top. This is where the cutting department at. Again, the supervisor of the department has been here since the factory opened, Liu. And this is another area that they're cutting the drop stitch material. This is a totally new, another production line. It's where you see the drop stitch vinyl. They're mainly making for like gymnastic mat, also some water products. And this vinyl. And again, hand cutting again, these are some internals they're doing. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 layers. So they start cutting 5 units right here. After the unit, the vinyl is cut, everything is labeled before they put it into production. So here's another cutting machine or 2. And this, since we're cutting on the cutting table, they only be able to cut 1 layer per time. Down there is where the unit being finished, and then they inflate each single one. And that girl is our QA department, and so does she. They do inspect every single unit before we actually pack and roll up before shipping. So this is mainly QA area and clean and pack. I'm gonna go down there. So just received some new vinyl coming in today. And this is where we just saw from upstairs, where the QA department and also packing. And those there are packed, ready to ship. So the checking every single unit, all the seams, the glowing, air pressure before they pack up. These are our inventory vinyl comes in first. It's stored separately in this storage here before get to the cutting. It goes on and on. It's just so dark back there, you can't really see. See all the way at the back. So this is the inventory we store. So again, from this way, and there are some more vinyl stored over there, but it's very similar to this, so I'm gonna do it. Over here is where the actually inflated game, that if it's too tall or too big, they do it in this giant yard, which we have this facility in our Florida warehouse. Over there is their other second business for making the windows, PVC windows. This is our leisure activities. Thanks everybody. This is the front part of the entrance. Over there again, this is where you see all the painting and welding at. And this is the front of the building. And walking in. Nova is the windows company, so we are sharing the same factory here. This is what they're making, the windows. Leisure and Nova. First floor. Over that way is where the employee dining area. I believe they are closed right now, but I'll do some video later at lunchtime. So from outside, you can see over here, the first floor is where the packing and part of the cutting. Over there, first floor is the cutting department. Upstairs, where this 1, 2, 3, probably 4 are the offices, and then the rest, all the second floor is where the sewing and welding and glowing.